Mateo writes into Beyond at IGN.com and says, I think it's safe to say we all want a Little Big Planet on PlayStation 4. But will it seem repetitive? PS4 has the touchpad, and we have seen touch controls on the Vita. I would love a PS4 version, but is it getting repetitive? Is it safe to say we all want a Little Big Planet on PS4?
Greg and I do.
I would say it's safe to assume that there will definitely be a Little Big Planet on PS4.
I'm a little fatigued on that franchise.
I haven't missed it. I haven't thought when I'm looking at the PlayStation 4 lineup
You
that
love
that
Little
has
Big
to be.
Planet.
I do. Every time I play it, I love it, but it's not like something I long for or miss. I think we've gotten a lot of great Little Big Planet games.
It's
now.
not the Vita one. The Vita one gave me everything I wanted.
Exactly.
I talk about this with iPhones all the time, right? Like I owned the original iPhone, and it didn't have 3G. So then the 3G iPhone came out. I was like, okay, that is a reason for me to upgrade. And then they added video recording, and I was like, okay, that is a reason for me to get 3GS. And then front-facing camera, so I got the 4. And then when it came to the 4S, I didn't upgrade because there wasn't that thing I felt like I needed.
Yeah.
Little Big Planet, like. They did it. Like there's like this ridiculous multiplayer functionality. There's like this kind of like you always relate to the App Store. It's like you can play any number of genres of games. They have awesome DLC coming in. The Marvel stuff was really cool. Like Little Big Planet on Vita is the Little Big Planet experience I want. I have it on the go. I don't have to sit down and do it in front of my TV. Like I love that franchise, but I don't know that I do need a PS4 one, and I don't know what it could do to improve upon what they've already done.
That's the thing. Like we're not game designers. It's up to them really to come up with something that's like this major hook. To just be like, this is where we're taking the franchise right now. It's not just an expanded creator mode. It's not just more multiplayer functionality. It's not just, now the whole world's online. Like, it needs more than that.
It needs to be, I mean, honestly, the one thing that would really get me interested would be, and I can't even imagine how they would do it, but make it on a 3D plane. Give us like a full 3D Little Big Planet rather than just like side-scrolling.
Like a 3D platformer?
Like anything 3D. Like in other words, rather than being side-scrolling, let it be like an open world Little Big Planet.
Okay, so that would get me back.
Exactly. That's a great point. There you go.
If they can do something that revolutionary,
this is an N64 collectathon that you can build yourself.
Exactly. If they can do that, that is a reason I'm like, okay, that is a really next-gen ambitious idea. That's awesome. But if it's just a bigger Little Big Planet and like now your levels can be twice as wide or whatever, like that is not as exciting to me.
Yeah. And that's not what they do, right? Like the Little Big Planets we've seen do iterate and change, like you're saying. So that's the whole thing. We're still thinking of it as the Little Big Planet we know, but if it was something totally different.
Yeah, I mean, there's really reliable rumors that Sumo Digital is working on Little Big Planet 3, and like we don't know like what it is or where it is. My major concern would be that Media Molecule Up wants nothing to do with Little Big Planet anymore. They're very clear about that. You don't want the series to get too far away from the people that made it. So like I would be concerned about another studio, especially not in the first party, like just completely changing it. Then it's really not Little Big Planet anymore. But that's another good example of a series that I think Sony wants to be bigger. Sackboy is very prominently displayed in the PlayStation All-Stars and a lot of other things. I think that
he sells well. He's big with the kids. Even if
he does well. Little Big Planet 2, Little Big Planet especially, the first one actually sold really well.
Yeah, but look at something like Little Big Planet karting. Like when they try and shoehorn him into a different genre or something that's different from the core experience, it just didn't perform at all.
Yeah, they're gonna keep going with Sackboy. I just don't know like what they're going to do with him. He's a great character. I don't even really like Little Big Planet, but I would recognize him instantly the importance of Sackboy.
If you look at Nintendo, there's worse problems to have than having a popular, iconic character that you can shoehorn into a bunch of franchises, hand off to different developers to try new things with. I mean, I think if like a completely new developer is doing Little Big Planet 3 years from now, or a spin-off, or Little Big Sports, or whatever the hell it is, as long as it's in the right hands and people are doing cool stuff with it, then it's Sony's toy to play with for decades. That's great.
What I want is the Nathan Drake and Sackboy buddy game that Panda Musk pitched in that Beyond 300 video.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the game I want to play.
Users lose all sense of reality and enter another world. Remember, do not underestimate the power of PlayStation.